Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse for some more fiery reasoning from the firehouse. Like I explained before, the firehouse is over in the land of the spirit, not over in the land of the mind. So tonight the fire lion will be counseling from the land of the spirit, where we burn away all illusion, you know what I mean? Burn away all false conception, all idiotic ideas, I say. So from this position in firehouse, the truth is a paradox. Paradox in the sense that, you know, when you look at a human being, you are observing their physical appearance. You understand what I mean? You do not see the being. That's why the truth is a paradox. So when you look at me, for instance, you are convinced that you are looking at a black man, aren't you? But you are just looking at my appearance. And in my true appearance, I have no color. I am a spirit. Well, if I do have one, I don't know what color it is. And no human being does, because the spirit have no color. So that is a paradox. So the truth is always hidden in paradoxes. That's why it appeared to you as if there is many different beings on the planet, when I'm telling you that there is one. Because it's a paradox. The world is an illusion, and you must see through this illusion. You understand what I mean? And the way to see through this illusion is for your eyes to be open. You ain't going to see through the illusion if you are blind. You understand what I mean? Your eyes have to be open, and it come right back to I must say this in every teaching that I give. There's no way your eyes are going to open unless you self-discipline. Because don't forget, you know, in the house of fire there is no division. In the house of fire everything is seen as one. Doesn't matter how contradictory it's looking to you when you are blind, as I would say. When your eyes are open, everything is one. So if you are not seeing oneness within this time, that means you are blind. And if you are blind, that means you are blind because of your activity. You need to check within yourself, to be honest to yourself, because it is your ignorance that keep you blind from observing what oneness is. You know what I mean? From observing, like I tell you, that this earth is one. This is easy to comprehend if you go to the moon in your imagination and look back at the earth. You won't be looking at any particular country, really. You'll just see the planet earth. So there you can establish the oneness of the earth. Now, it's more difficult to establish the oneness of man, because on earth there is division and separation according to the appearance of man. Be black man, white man, yellow man, or what you call them, brown man. Yeah? But I am saying that this is a paradox. These human beings appear to be different, yet they are one. In most cases, I would say 99% of the cases, they do not realize that they are one. It is only a tiny minority of beings that has pierced the veil then, you know, or has broke through the fog of deception to see the real. And to realize that, oh, we are one. You understand what I mean? So the fire is here, like I'm saying, to burn away all illusion, so that man can understand this teaching of oneness. Now, you need to, if you are in religious institution, you need to find out from your religious institution if they are teaching you this oneness. Or are they teaching you to be separate? You know, as a separate group. Because I personally don't find any unity amongst man and earth. Especially when it comes to, well, as a fire, like I say, I burn down all those illusions. To me, those are illusions. When human beings farm themselves up into religious groups, with the idea of praising God. I don't know who convinced you that, like I've said before, that God is delighted that you have constructed great buildings and decorated lavishly and go there and offer all this praise to God. I just can't, I don't know which God it is, that you are offering up these kind of praises to. You understand? And going on these great pilgrimage that you are going on. But there is no need for you to be doing all this. The purpose of life is not for you to come here, like you say, and worship God. I mean, naturally, if a man have a friend, or even his parents, then say his parents, and they treat him well, this man is going to be grateful or thankful and give praise to his parents. So when your eyes are open, and as an example, and you realize the beauty and the glory of life, and you realize that yes, there is a creative energy that gives us life, or has brought us into life, you naturally give praise to the one. Naturally. But you don't have to set off to any particular place to do it. This praise is incorporated within one life without having to join any particular establishment then, as it was, You can quite easily make this connection and carry on with your life. You don't have to join with anyone, do you? You don't have to say that you are a Muslim or a Christian or a Hindu or a Buddhist. You don't have to be seeing any great masters either, do you? Why would you, why would anyone, like I say, anyone, when your eyes are open, as an example, you will realize that the leader or the teacher is within man. That's who the real teacher is. So if the real teacher is within thy own self, why would you be following a guru or a teacher? No, you cannot follow any teacher. And any teacher who let anyone follow them is not a teacher, is it? Because no man is a teacher. Any man who knows the truth will know that conscience is the teacher. So all he's got to do then is to direct people to know them, to know who conscience is. Well, conscience is God still, like I say before, but people do not like the word God. The word, the name. So I am not teaching under that name God, because that will frighten people. And when you say to people, oh God, or if I say to them Rastafari, they have no idea who Rastafari is, or maybe they say, oh, I don't know who God is. But if we talk to them about conscience, every human being, apart from those who are mentally ill, you know what I mean, who have certain disasters or whatever come upon them. But I'm not about you saying one, No, you must know what conscience is. Or if you don't know, right, what it is, you ever done anything wrong yet and something make you feel guilty? That's what it is. It is within male and female, black and white, tall and short, and everybody at all. But that is what the master is. Conscience. So when I tell you about conscience now, it's only a fool who couldn't relate to that. You understand? You can't relate to the name God. You can, later on you will be able to relate the name God to conscience and everything. But for the time being, don't worry about God. In fact, your job is not to worry about whether any God exists or not. Your job is to be honest to yourself. Your job is to look within your own heart and mind and be honest to your own being if you're an honest person. If you find out that you're not an honest person, like I've advised you before, change your ways. When you change your ways, this is what is going to make your eyes open to understanding. This understanding is not about going to some superior college like I tell you, Oxford or Eden or Cambridge. You know what I mean? This is actually what we call common sense. You know, when you apply common sense, when you know what is right and do what is right, when you know not to steal other people's things and don't do it, when you know not to hate other human beings because they come out of the mommy just like you, so you don't hate them. Understand? So you live like that, you apply it. You see, it have to be like how the farmer work. Ain't no use having the seed in your hand, looking at it, and going on about how good the potential of the seed is. You see what I mean? You actually have to go and plow the field up, and then you sow the seed, and then you take care of the seed, and then it automatically grow, not by you, but by the power of the one. And then that one make the seed multiply. You understand? And there you get your produce. So it is the same way. When you apply self-discipline within your life, it's like sowing a seed. And then when this happens now, this will what will give you your understanding, because you will have grown them yourself. You grow your own understanding, like our farmer grow corn. You see, and everyone can do it. You know what I mean? Because God would be an idiot anyway if he created people and just give some ability and some none. Would make no sense, would it? So we all have this ability within us. Don't worry about the people who you might think is mentally deficient or born in a certain way. You know what I mean? They might be physically handicapped, but there's nothing wrong with the spirit. Leave that to God. You who is fit, right? You mind your own business, yeah? And look after your own action. Because when death comes for you, you know what I mean? They ain't going to argue with you about what your auntie was doing and your next neighbor, you know what I mean? They do not care what your auntie was doing, yeah? Or whatever, when it comes for you. And like the fire lion tell you before, some of you are running to the east, running to the west, yeah? Some of you are driving nice car, some of you are on your bike, some are walking, some are flying, some are on the seas. But it doesn't matter which direction you're going. Some of you are very rich and powerful, some are poor. But it doesn't matter what you have or where you're going, you are going towards that door. That's where you're going. So I don't know why you are in such a hurry then, on your way towards that, you want to stop and show off about how good you is and what people are admiring you because you have so many rooms in your house and you drive so many cars, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter how many cars you got, how many rooms in your house, whether you're a king or a pope or a papa, you're full of shit. And that's what you should always remember. That will humble you. Remembering that one is full of shit is a very humbling thing. You see what I mean? Because which shit is better than which shit? You know, if it was a matter of smelling shit, you know what I mean? You would find out that all shit is very, very stinking shit. Shit is shit. So you are a piece of shit. Remember that. Don't come on this planet and this earth and exalt yourself like I'm telling you. Because remember, you know, the energy then that we call God, we'll call God an energy that manifests life, is a lot smarter than you. Idiotic human beings, like I'm telling you. That's why you have memory in you. It's video in your little dirty deeds. Deeds that you think you are going to get away with it because no one see you doing it. Well, you are an idiot, like I tell you, because within every being, male or female, lay the original video camera, which is memory. Because you ain't going to die. Energy cannot die. You just transform to the next slide. There you will pay for your little dirty deeds that you've done against the law. You see, you set yourself up as some, you and your little idiotic scientists who think that they can explain away the workings of the universe. You see, I think they can know the one true experiment. You cannot know the one true experiment. You can only know the one true living honestly and truthfully. You see what I mean? That's the key that opened the door. Otherwise, you will stay in darkness. And when men are in darkness, you see what they do. Make atomic bombs and fight and kill and split themselves up into white man, black man, China man. And when no such thing exists, you know, you are living under these laws because you are in the dark. I'm telling you that there is only human being on the planet. You've been deceived to think that you're a white man and a black man, and you've fallen for this ignorance. Yet when the fire lion asks you what color your mind is, you are puzzled. Because you know the mind have no color, and the spirit have no color, and you are a spirit. Because you shall die and leave this body that you love so much behind, innit? You have to come out when death come for you. So I don't know why you think that you are the body. Hey, we love our bodies still, you know what I mean? You know? Why not go beyond the body? When you go beyond the body, that's where you will encounter the one. When you come within, you know what I mean? When you leave from outside there and stop fighting and causing trouble out there, when you learn to live good, you will come in. And when you come in inside, you will understand what is going on in the inner world. And in the inner world there, I'm telling you, in the inner world you have the positive and the negative. Plus yourself, of course, you are in there, in this invisible world. Now the job in the invisible world is to connect positive and negative together and produce a light. And when you have the light, you can see. Or in other words, like I tell you before, you human beings are like, you know when we was first born, yeah? That's one life. Well, life is to go through another birth. This birth is what we call the virgin birth. You hear like how the Christian and about Jesus born of a virgin birth. Like I tell you before, the man never born of a virgin birth. If it wasn't Joseph, Joseph was Mary. If Joseph never did it, it was the next door neighbor. The next door neighbor did it. You know what I mean? Because you cannot born. Your father must have sex with your mother for you to be born into this world. But you can have a virgin birth. And this is how you can have the virgin birth now. You know when you are busy doing evil, or what is wrong. Eh? When you're doing what is wrong. We all end up doing what is wrong. But this is how you're going to be born of a virgin now. The day when you realize to yourself that the activities that you are doing is wrong, and you change your ways, seriously I'm on about now, you change your ways seriously, you will produce a new character within yourself. That is the virgin birth. This new character that you're going to produce through action come about not through sex but through positive action. You create the new being that born into a new way. You see, that is the virgin birth. Or like I tell you before, you hear what they say, although Jesus never existed. Say, once a man and twice a child. When you was born into the world as a baby, like I tell you, you was innocent and pure. This innocence and purity is recorded on your memory, you know, like a disc. Well, if you live a disciplined life, honestly, you will return and wake up your innocent state that you had as a baby. And then now your mind will be innocent in it. You won't be fighting about gold, because you will know that all the gold that the creative energy put in the earth at the beginning of time, where is it? It's still here. You know how many idiots come on this planet fighting for it, claiming that it was theirs, and yet when death come for them, they have to leave it. And you come along and see all this and you are doing the same thing. How stupid can you get, human beings? That's what I say. It's like seeing a man walking up ahead and walking a hole and then you follow him. You know that means you're not using your own head in it. Somebody must have programmed you. And yes, this is where you get programmed, of course. We all get programmed, whatever denomination or wherever we come from. You know, our early life has been, we've been programmed. So I'm saying to most of all of you human beings, you need to realize that you are not who you are supposed to be. By the time you reach 18, you are actually an ego. created by society, family, or the life around us. We are no longer the innocent baby that when we first enter into this atmosphere in it. We've been conditioned, not as according to our will because we was baby, but as according to the will of the adults around us in our society. And obviously the will of the adults was not the right will, was it? Because men ain't living right on earth. So that means we've been conditioned, not on the right way, but maybe a bit of both then, positive and negative. Some to a worse and better degree. But whatever degree, when you reach a certain age, you are no longer the innocent baby that you was, or born. See, you are now an ego. And it's very difficult to spot that you are an ego. Because you are too proud, isn't it? No man want to admit that they're wrong in it. You see, man are in the habit of blaming either money, women, or God, innit? Or even the devil. The last thing a being want to do is to admit to themselves that they are wrong. But funnily enough, that is the key to opening the door of understanding, to admit that you are wrong. That's how you're going to learn, innit? When a man who cannot admit that he is wrong will never learn anything. He will just, what we say, just travel on the road of ignorance continually. Because he is failing to admit that he is wrong in what he is doing. You see what I mean? So he won't, like most people, you hear them, they're so stupid. Oh, I only believe in what I see, you know what I mean? If I don't see it, I don't believe it. Yet they breathe in the breath every day and they don't see it. And without the breath, you can't do nothing. You couldn't see anything. So they don't see the power of the invisible over the visible. And they live in it. You know, because, oh, if I don't see it. That's why you say if you don't see God in it, you won't believe in God in it. Even when you feel God, you don't believe in God in it. Because God is within you, so you can feel conscience in it. And you can feel, even when you went to do the crime, your conscience say you not to do it, innit? But because you have your own choice, you just tell conscience to do one. You know, say, hold this one here, you know. No problem, because you have your own choice. But don't pretend as if you don't know. Because every man know the truth, innit? Every human know the truth. You might not follow the truth. No, not might not. You don't follow the truth. But the mere fact that you don't follow the truth don't mean that you don't know it. Because when you're doing your wrong that you're doing, you know that you're doing wrong. You know, you don't give me that one. I know the workings of the inner, you know. You know that you're doing wrong, but the wrongs that you are doing are benefiting you. Allow you to have a better settee, maybe, I don't know. Allow you to drive a nicer car. How do I know what's, you know, because human beings got all kind of selfishness within themselves. You know what I mean? Some of these selfishness they want to blame on the devil. And say, oh yes man, it's Satan, man. Well, the only thing that Satan is doing to you, right, is to put negative thoughts in your mind, that's all. He can't force you to do these thoughts. You know, say? So the negative suggests negative things to you. That's all it does. It is not forcing you. The negative never force anyone to make any bomb, is it? And like I'm saying, since I've been alive, I've not seen Satan causing any war. You know, say war or kill anyone. I never hear anyone dead, and when I say, who killed that man? I say, boy, it was the devil. Oh no, it's always another man. And yet this devil now is being blamed for all kind of things, when it is you who is doing it. Because I know the devil myself, like I'm telling you. You know, you have to, there's no way of understanding yourself if you don't know the negative within thy own self. So I don't know what, like I said before, some people say, no, Satan possessed that man. Why should Satan want to possess you when he's already in you? Stupid. Negativity is a part of life, isn't it? It runs through life. So it is within man and woman. But you are so afraid of Satan, you can't know yourself. Because you let those idiots out there tell you, oh, Satan, man, he's down hell and he's got. Satan is within thy own self. It is the negative part of your own being. So say for example, Satan say to you, oh this, did you know, I said the next man say, oh there's a man over there with a lot of money, you know, he could rob the man. You don't have to do it, do you? And there is no way now that Satan, right, if it was like me sitting here and I was Satan and I was giving you the ideas, if you say you're not doing it, I ain't going to get angry and say, oh no, you must do it. Or if you say you're not doing it, I'm going to somehow magically come in you and let you do it. No, the devil don't work like that. Devil ain't moving. He might just suggest another thing and try you another way, that's all. And if you say you're not doing that, well, you just keep suggesting things, see if you are interested in it. If you're not interested, no big deal. You know, it's just a function, you know. Negativity is just a function. So it's not looking to recruit you, you know. You can, just like how when you tell your conscience to do one, when your conscience tell you don't steal, when negativity tell you to steal, you can tell it to do one as well. It's within your power. So what you are doing is your desire. And what you are here to do is to fulfill your own desire. And if you desire for negativity to teach you, negativity will teach you, because negativity is the master of negativity. Or if you want to call negativity Satan, Satan is the master teacher of negativity. There is no one higher than Satan for teaching negativity, because Satan is the only one who is like God everywhere at once in every time. Never mind, like I tell you about your great masters, Jesus and Muhammad and all them man. Those people, when they was born, right, guess who was around? Satan was already here before them. And when they finish, when them live them little life and dead, guess who is still within man now? Satan. So you see, Satan is a supreme master. So, man, beyond those little men that you're talking about, because there was only one man come out of the mother in it. So whoever they was, they could have only been living in their little village or their little town. But when they was living in their little village, Satan was all over the village and all over China and all over Africa, in everyone. So you see how masterful and dreadful Satan is, how far-reaching his power is. Not only in this time, but the time that passed before and the time that shall come in the future. So it would be worthwhile trying to know who that one is. Yeah, man. That's what I say. It would be worthwhile. You see, like you have people now who are just born in say our century, our lifetime, and they are trying to study the life of Jesus. And they are trying to study the life of the Buddha, and they are trying to study the... Why not try and get to know your own conscience? Because the Buddha and Jesus, these men died a long time ago. You can't possibly know them. But you could know your own self. You could know your own conscience. And you could know understand your own negativity, because it's a part of you. So instead of you trying to figure out you, understand you, yeah? No, you want to study the life of somebody who you can't know anyway. Even if there was a member of your family. Say your grandfather died before you was born, like-minded. You can't know the man. All you can know is what somebody tell you. But now, instead of you trying to know who you are, you spend your life talking about your grandfather and ignoring yourself. So you have some expert in Darwin or some other men. They don't know nothing about themselves. All they do telling you about what Darwin did or what Plato said, and what this man explaining away what these men do. And then when you ask them, say, oh, what about you? What do you know? He doesn't know nothing. Because these men don't know themselves. If you ask them who they are, they say, oh, I am Dr. John Thomas. Dr. John, that is just your job. Like I've repeated before, when you ask these idiots who they are, they describe themselves as the job. Oh, I am Professor blah blah blah. I have so many diploma. Oh, I am blah blah. You know, that is the job that you do. That is not you, is it? When you turn it around, no, explain who you are. You see, they don't know who they are, because they think that they are the job that they do. This is the part of the paradox of life, then, as I would say. Yeah, we start up this reasoning as a paradoxical reasoning, where the truth is paradoxical. No, so you don't, when you ask somebody who they are and they tell you, say, oh, I am a cricketer, I'm a footballer. Yeah, that's the thing that you do, but who are you? And then if you push them on this other question, you find out that they have no idea who they are. Yeah, they know the job very well, that you've been programmed to do a job in it. So you know about your job. But look at yourself now. You know nothing about who you are, what is the mind, what is the spirit, what is conscience, what is the negative. You don't know if these things, and they are part of you. You know how to fix a computer, you know, and you feel very jolly when they say, oh yeah, because you fix enough computer, them call you in and give you a MB, you know, or a CB, and you think that no, that is some achievement in life, you know, and you have no idea of who you are. And the only reason, like I say, that stop any human, you know, God ain't hiding in it. Imagine that God exists for real, yeah? And God is not hiding. Now, if God exists for real and God is not hiding, why can't people see God or understand the ways of God if God is not hiding? Because it wouldn't make no sense in it if there was a God and he was hiding. What the fuck? I shouldn't have sweared, but you know, what sense would that make? So it made no sense at all. No, yeah, God exists for real and God is not hiding. But the reason why you cannot see God or understand what God is, or your conscience, is because you are not listening to what your conscience tell you. When your conscience tell you right, that you shouldn't do this, because you have your own will, you can ignore it. But it's like I tell you, repeat over and over. I repeat it again. I am not a driver. So imagine then that I want to learn to drive, and the man is saying to me, oh, put your hands on the wheel, right, and put your feet there. And I say, no man, I'm not doing it. How am I going to learn? I will never learn to drive. So it's the same procedure. If conscience is directing you, right, and it's saying to you, oh, don't do that, yeah, and you say no, then you're never going to learn what it's trying to teach you. You could live 1 billion years because you have decided not to listen. So life does turn out that those who don't listen to their conscience don't learn. The rest, because it's not only conscience that's talking to you, the great master Satan is as well. Yeah, he's dealing with it. So a lot of you now decide to listen to the devil, and he's got no choice but to teach you, because that is your desire, and he's the master teacher, isn't it? So if you want to find out about negativity, how to kill people, rape, murder, do all, oh yeah, you'll get the vibration there, and you will draw such people to you, because that is your desire. We are here to fulfill our desire. That's what we're doing here then. The other way now, what we're sowing seeds. Don't forget we are farmers, paradoxically. So this earth, your life that you are living here, right, is all your life here is to sow seeds. You know, up to you what seeds you want to sow, because you are the one who is going to reap them. Ain't nobody else going to reap them. You know? You are your own farmer while you are moving through this life. And don't forget, you know, the truth is like death. There is no mercy in it. You know, like when death comes, it's not going to be, oh, you know, oh, I can't take these people, man. They look so happy and nice. You know what I mean? So young, and they just come into life. No, they just kill you if you have to die, and you're just dead. You know, just like that. There's no mercy in it. So the truth is like that. What you sow, you reap. Who sow it but you? Ain't no need for God to punish anyone. I keep hearing, God is love. Why would love want to punish anybody? Doesn't make any sense. No. There's no way God is going to punish no one, man. But you can, if there's any punishment, you will be the one who do that to yourself. through your own selfishness and your own greed and your own choice while you was here to ignore the will of the one. And even when you hear other men speak about the one, you laugh at them and say, oh, you're an idiot, man. Nothing go like that, man. And when you're dead, you decide that's how you was going to live. You know what I mean? You are the one who decided that there was no meaning in life, and you had no time to search out and try and understand if there was any meaning in life. And even though you have, like I say, God is in you, trying to tell you as well that, listen, man, don't do these things, there's meaning in life. And you choose to ignore God. You don't want to learn. If you think I'm joking like I'm telling you, see the way that I am speaking. All that is speaking is yourself. You understand? Because you cannot tell a lie to a next man. So when I speak the truth to any human being, they are supposed to know instantly that I'm speaking the truth. Because their own self will tell them. They might ignore it still, but their own self will say, yes, he's speaking the truth. Because you cannot tell lie to another human being, especially when they are alert. You know what I mean? Even those of you who are not alert, you will get your own self will say to you that yes, what the man is saying is the truth. Because the truth is coming from conscience. It ain't coming from me, is it? I told you before, you see the sun that is shining outside. If you should get a clean mirror, right, when it's shining and you go out there, you can reflect the sunlight. You see, because light only comes from the sun. If you cleanse your mind, right, a same example, clean your mind, you can reflect the spirit that is within, the one that is in all, conscience. Well, I like to use the word conscience because it's more suitable for you than God. But all these names are just trying to describe the one. Because the one is not a name, is it? One is not a word, so the one is not evil conscience. The one is not Rastafari. But we just use those names, like I say. And the reason, like I say, why I like to use the name Rastafari is because it's unlike God and conscience, and it demonstrates the oneness more clearly. True, like I'm having in my hand here now, this is the number 9. You see? And when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you ain't going no further. The one must return. So when you look at the name Rastafari, you will see it contain 9 letters. And at the end, we say Rastafari. That I stand for the one universe, because this universe is one. One planet Earth. And the planet Earth, you have one race of people living, human beings. And I am the one spirit that dwell within all. Rastafari. Terrible and dreadful God. You see what I mean? So we use that name Rastafari because it's like a digital television. It makes things clearer. So the Fire Lion as a teacher is teaching about the one more, nothing new, just more clearer. Television used to show pictures before, but now it's showing it more clearer. So now as a Fire Lion, we don't teach about our Father up in heaven and all this business. No, we tell you directly about the one that is in you, conscience. And tell you about memory that is video in your deeds for when you leave earth. So I'm giving it the facts to you, not a story. We don't deal with story, we don't deal with belief. Believers are blind people whose eyes have not opened yet. So you believe things. This is a place where you can either believe or know. And like I tell you before, only an idiot would want to believe and not know. Why would God want to create human beings for them to believe and not know when you can know? That God would be just stupid, isn't it? So you are supposed to know. But you don't want to know. You would rather believe a story that people tell you. A story that you cannot verify. And when I say you cannot verify the story, if you come to me as a Christian and I say, so you believe in Jesus? Yeah, and how was Jesus born of a virgin? How do you know Jesus was born of a virgin birth? Oh, you have to have faith. Did you not know that faith was in this dimension positive and negative? And that you can have blind faith? Yeah? So how are you certain that you are not holding on to blind faith? Two sides of a coin. You know? So you can't just say, lots of people have got faith in things. They could have faith that the brother is next door. But it doesn't mean that your brother is next door, is it? You have to get up and go and have a look if your brother is next door. When you get up and go and have a look if your brother is next door, if he's there you will know, and if he's not there you will know. So you shift from belief to know. And then you have faith in knowing. More certain faith. But no, you are buying a faith that cannot be proven. It's like what we call in Jamaica buying pussy in a bag. Buying is like you go to the shop and a man just give you a bag and you give him money. You don't know what's in it. And when you reach home, there is nothing in it, you know. So, because you should have had a look. No, but no, you let some man tell you, right, that, oh, no, you must have faith. And I'd like I tell you before, God must be an idiot. He'll have to be. If he was up in heaven with his son, right, and he see man behaving badly on the earth, so he says, oh, my son, listen, human beings are behaving badly. What you do, right, go down there, and after they kill you, right, murder you or something, things should make things right. But here comes Jesus and he died, and look where the world is now. You never get any better. So why did he die for these men who have created these things? So you see, those stories are idiotic story. Because the world is as it is, nothing has changed. Yet you are telling me that God sent Jesus to die for our sins. Oh, no, God never sent anyone here. In fact, right, as a fire lion, I'll give you the teachings and proper. God have no power to send anyone here. You know why? Because it would be against the law. And, oh, you're surprised about that one, eh? It would be against the law of God, you know. God obey his own law. You don't think God set laws and break them. So, under the law of God, then, man have the choice. You are the one with the choice. You find yourself here. So it is you who choose. How can God choose you? Why would God? You must think God have some favorites in it. So God is looking and think, oh yes, I will choose that man. I like that man. The power of choice is not with God, is it? It is with you. And like I'm telling you, if you choose for God to teach you, God will teach you. Because God have no choice but to fulfill your desires. And if you choose for the devil to teach you, so be it. But God cannot choose anyone or in the habit of choosing anyone as if God is dealing with favorite. You know, like these lunatics who write in their silly book that, oh yeah man, God said we are the chosen people, man. These idiotic people who call themselves Jews. Like I tell you, man, you're just a human being. Stop hiding behind names and saying, oh, I'm a Jew, man, and Arab and all this. All that is bullshit. You can be nothing more than a human. Full of shit, no matter what you do, you're going to die. Live and die like anybody else. So why are you distinguishing yourself? Well, like I'm telling you before, when you are in the dark, because the world is in darkness, isn't it? That's where you get different countries from. It's tribal, isn't it? So only one tribe on the planet, and yet when you come here, you find 4,000 different tribes. English is a tribe, Scottish is a tribe, Dutch is a tribe, German is a tribe, American them a tribe. Everybody is tribal, Chinese. Some tribe just bigger than some. And well, the bigger one, them try dominate the smaller tribe, like religion. All tribal. If you look at Christianity, it's fragmented into lots of different factions. But the bigger one, like Roman Catholic and Church of England, Protestant, control all the other little. Islam, the same thing. They are all fragmented. None of it is real. You see what I mean? They are divided, and you know, this man say, oh, this is England, and only backward people think like that. You people who are living on the planet now, your mind is about, I would say about 3 million miles back. I don't know how long this planet has been going. But your mind is back in Stone Age time, you know. You've advanced, what you call it here, materially, where you learn to make a little computer. So that must have given you the delusion that you are advanced. But spiritually, you know, where love is concerned, you don't know nothing about it. You are like a wild beast. You know, like how you capture wild animal and after a while you tame them down, show them that you don't mean them any harm. This is what we have to do to these beings who are running wild, who have lost their souls due to ignorance. You know, we'll have to tame them down, because if you leave these beings, they will destroy the whole earth, you know what I mean? And cause they so, like I say, smudge, thinking that they can get away with any evil deeds. You know, because you live in powerful and you're up in whatever government and you keep in secret. I'm telling you, I'm a fire lion, so I know these things. You can't keep any secret. You can do that from other men, because men are easy to deceive in it. Men are men, but men are not running this universe. So, you have to hide these things from your conscience. And if you want to hide secret or eradicate them, you've got to eradicate them from out of memory, like I'm telling you, who's videoing your deeds. Wherever you are, even if you was the Queen and Philip, or you was Obama, or you was the Pope. Because you don't know how God's spies more super than yours. Sometimes your spies miss certain things and they cannot get access to certain places. But the spy of God now get access to all places. All military secret, all church secret, everything, because he's in you. Yeah, man. Right there in you. Watching you. Recorded, because you are living under the light in it, but because you cannot comprehend this due to ignorance. You know, because don't forget, you know, when if your eyes are closed, how are you going to see things that are what somebody else is seeing when their eyes are open? In it, you're not going to see it. For all, anything that I'm saying to you will sound like a load. They would say in England, a load of codswallop. A load of nonsense. As far as you are concerned, when you are in the dark, there is no meaning to life. And don't forget, I was once in the dark as well, you know. I never know about God or anything, and I never did care those times. Because when you're in the dark, you're just in the dark, innit? But I find a way out of the dark, because there is a way out of the dark. And if you find a way out of the dark, of course you're going to go and help a man. Who do you think is best to help a heroin addict? A man who has been a heroin addict himself and then changed his ways and seen his wrong. He's the best one to help them, because he's been down the road, innit? He understand the agony and whatever it is that those things sting. So if I was in the dark and or any man, because we all have to be in the dark. You know, no man don't burn into the light. I say, you know. And only those madmen in the dark are trying to say, oh yeah, man, Jesus was born perfect, man. So he had wisdom. You know what I mean? But those men are ridiculous, like I say, oh, this man born a virgin, yeah? And you give me a picture that Michelangelo drew. I say, maybe he drew his boyfriend. When you give me a picture of a blue-eye man, that means that God is up in heaven with blue eye as well, innit? That's how mad you are in your idiotic way of seeing things. Cause you are sure in yourself that you are superior in it. And that there is no way, like I say, that a jungle man can know anything, because your scientist has corner of the whole explanation as to how life is. You know, you even have man up in the under the Switzerland mountain there, some bad men are up there saying they're looking for the God particle. They say, hey, these men are so stupid. Why don't you look for the God particle within yourself? You go in there crashing up things and what you want to understand human being about life, treat life like this. Everyone's got their own business. And some business are private business. So God operates of the same principle. Something in this universe, right, is God's business, not yours. You've got your own business. So while you should be paying attention to your business now, it's just like I say, I'm going to use the example again. You come into the room, right? The light is on. You can see with the light what you are supposed to do. But instead of doing that now, you don't do that now. You're trying to figure out when the light was set up, and who set it up, and why they set it up, and which day they set it up on. So it's the same example now. You come into life, life is already running. The trees are here, the animals are here. But no, instead of you living like you should, you are now telling me when and how God did it. You know what I mean? Which is something that you can't know. Instead of if you put your mind to it and say, well, how this is all start? Don't you think it will be more honest if you just honestly admit to yourself that you don't know? Yeah. But you see, no, you don't want to admit that. And when you can't find out, you create all kind of craziness out of your mind to explain. But you cannot explain away God's business. You don't know. You're trying to find someone and saying, who come first? Black man, white man, and then they say, oh, where did these other men come from? Oh, they come because the weather change and this. You don't know. Isn't it? Just admit that you don't know. I don't know how man come about. When I born, I see them, innit? Not my job to explain how they come about. You don't know how man come about, man. You don't know how man come to have the different whatever him have. So why are you trying to explain it? All you need to know is that man is here. And if man is here, he is entitled to be here, innit? If the creative energy, right, did just wanted white man to be here, when you come to this planet, because that's what you would have seen. If you wanted just blacks to be here, that's what you would have seen, or brown or yellow, or just cats and dogs in it. But you come here and you see a variety of beings appearing in a variety of ways. That means that's how the creative energy wanted to be. But no, you humans are not satisfied with that, innit? You're busy fighting one another. Oh no, you shouldn't be here, man. What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here, man. Killing one another. You know what I mean? And just like I'm telling you, just because you take water and throw it into 4 different tins and seal it back up, it doesn't mean that these things don't contain water anymore. Just because you are seeing guineas and red stripe and tenant on the outside, just because I put them into a different color buckle. So if God put the spirit into different color bodies, what difference does it make? Unless you was an idiot, of course. It would make a difference to a fool. Because a fool won't be able. A fool would never taste these drinks to realize that they're all the same. So to any idiot now, of course it's going to look as if there is different men here. I say that anytime you lose your mind, you know, I call these people lunatics. It is lunatics that teach people these ideas. Whenever you lose your mind, right, you are bound to think that there is different type of people here and different countries. And when it's so simple to see that this is one earth, one planet, you know. But you would rather live in division, in it. And you're going to die in division. I suppose you love this division so much, that's why you saw so much of it. So when you go on the other side, that's what you're going to read. But anyway, my appeal is for you to know yourself, live honestly, and your eyes will open. Anyway, I'm going to fire out from the firehouse because this has been a long shot at the fire. And we'll meet another time and another. We'll fade out and fire out from the firehouse. Rastafari.